Greetings, gamers, and welcome back to the Art of Rust server. I am your host, Vortex, and today we have another special guest joining us. Zenitaz has graciously agreed to show us their base and discuss their artistry and their build tactics for this wipe. Zenitaz, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. Uh, what about me? Uh, the game or the art or building in the Rust is my hobby. I'm 48-year-old man with some very wonderful wife, and I have much of joy playing Rust on Art of Rust server, mostly of on Art of Rust. And there is everything about me.
How long have you been building on Rust?
Maybe about 1 year. Yeah, 1 year, I think. I joined to Art of Rust server April last year.
All
Yeah.
right. And what kind of builder would you say that you are if you had to classify yourself?
Oh, I love Canyon. Canyons is the best place to build in Rust.
I have to say I've never tried, so hopefully we'll learn a little bit from you on how to do that because I feel like it's going to be a bit of a challenge to go with both sides being so steep.
Yeah, and this is the best part because you utilizing or rocks or you have a different platform, different floor. It's no, it's not as simple, but it's very funny. It's challenging, but it's very funny, and I have a lot of fun making another stage of my base.
I'm really intrigued that you enjoy the challenge so much. Usually, I think people go for flat spaces because they don't want to be challenged by the terrain. I love the fact that you are challenged by it and you like it.
Yeah, and when you don't use my time in the game and use natural time in the canyon, you can see when all the shadows moves from one side to other side. So there is a very inspiring to painting things.
We did get to see that during the tour that you had a specific painting that utilized the shadows that I thought was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, this is not my idea. All credit is from Bombax. It was Bombax idea, and we try to make a different time, setting different time and placing specific walls to make this lights funny and interesting.
Well, I did get to see it yesterday, and I will say that you definitely succeeded. But I'm really curious to see how different it might look from the sky. So, if you're ready, we can go head out. And on our way, you could tell us a little bit about the theme that you followed this year or this wipe, and some of the struggles that you may have had building in that canyon. I'm also really curious to know how you found this location. So, if you'll join me, and yeah, let us know what you did this month.
Okay, let's go. You said
Yeah, let's start with so how did you choose the location we're headed to?
Open the map, find the canyon, run to the canyon. It's everything. It's nothing specific. I look on the map, find the canyon, and I figure out that I be neighbor of librarian, and I ask, can I build there? And librarian say yes, so I start building. The struggles, that's not much. It's too much. It's not too much the struggles because I built in bases in canyons a lot in the past. So I start on the beginning, on the first when I where I can when I imagine. Okay, like this. I start from beginning. So I thinking, oh, there will be the entrance, my base, and I move to the back. Of course, uh, I sometimes few days I don't build anything because I'm painting and another paintings, and I build another room or another floor and make another paintings. This why it was really no problem because of academia team. This wipe on art of Ras. I think maybe I can make a little memories. So I have a art from Stera classes. I have a photo from Bong's photo classes. So I just, of course, I always build a neon museum because I start with neons, and I very like painting on neons. Then I'm my lovely murals. Will we see there from there to the left, and I added some I added some funny walls because the second thing I like is torches. I know it's sometimes very laggy, but torches with a half wall gives a very nice lights.
Well, I can imagine that torches are some of the best lighting to have in a canyon. Like you mentioned before, if you're using the natural light and not forcing the time like we do on AOR, I'm assuming that that makes for some of the best creative lighting that you can get in a canyon.
Now in this moment, look, on the left side, on the right side, you see the shadows uh, flowing like water inside the canyon, and I like it. I like the most this view. I never fly above my base, by the way, and like a passenger.
Well, I hope you're enjoying the experience. I always like looking at bases from different angles.
Yeah, this wipe I make a open gallery without the roof, uh, because why not? New experience. And the last part, this theater with tree. I painted this tree uh, 2 days before tour. I start painting this tree 2 days before tour. And I think 2 hours before tour, Hangsom come to my base and build uh, all these platforms with a sofa. It was a very good idea.
I have to say, this, I believe, was one of the highlights of the tour for everybody. So many people sat here watching this animation for much longer than any other painting that ever was shown on tour. So, congratulations. This was phenomenal. How many neon signs are here?
There's 15. There's 15 neon signs. Yeah, and back into this moment, it was the most beautiful thing uh, on the tour because everybody sitting on the sofa in silence, nobody talking, nobody moving. Uh, I have tears in my eyes because every artist want to be, and there is a problem. Uh, I need a right word. Oh, okay. Every artist want to be appreciated, and the best prize for me was this silence. People just sitting and looking on the tree. Oh,
That was very well said.
amazing for me. Yeah, and the art supposed to be give a joy. So if somebody have a joy, so I do.
Well, you certainly brought not only joy, but plenty of other emotions. There was so much in chat and in voice of people reacting not only to your artwork and to the tree, but the whole build. So I definitely think that you stirred the emotions that you were hoping to.
Yeah, I hope. Uh, with a tour, there is some philosophy about building in Art of Rust. Uh, I don't like use a lot of skins and I added some nature market stuff, but skins always have everyone have the same problem. Wait, we must load the skins. So give your time. Wait. And I try to not use a lot of skins, a lot of nature market because of that. So I think it's good. I This is a different style than Jack represent. So Jack is always more colorful, uh, and it's not bad, not bad.
I think yours is nice
But
because you don't rely on the build to highlight anything. You rely on your artwork, and the build is there to focus your attention. And I think that's very worth it because there are so many builders who put so much into the build itself that sometimes the artwork is subdued.
it's not bad because some people like love building, make a nice buildings. Some people like to make uh, a lot of art. Some people can play music. Some people make a great fireworks show like the old orc, and this is great. Rust have an opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity to playing this game. You can play like a electrician, like a musician, builders. So this is great game.
I couldn't agree more. Before we head out, as someone who has a lot of experience building in canyons, do you have any advice or any tips and tricks to anybody who wants to get into either creative or even normal vanilla Rust building in canyons? Um, anything that you can give them to help them along their way?
Oh, in vanilla? In vanilla, there is the worst place building because everyone can ride you from the hill. They don't need a raid base. But there is one thing. There's a idea making a lot of one by one. Uh, one by one. There is one guy. It called this smart boxes. So you spread your loot to few little base, one by one base. So yeah, and every one by one have a own TC. So there is not easy raid.
So if you're going to use the canyon, use all of the canyon spread out.
Yeah, yeah. And you have 20 one by one bases. So try to figure out which one have the loot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would take a lot of boom just to figure it out.
yeah. I mean, if you have a 20, so try make this
So,
raid.
what are your plans for next wipe? I know that the artist pack is going to be dropping for the DLC and the naval update will be here. Are you planning on utilizing either of those next month?
A little bit. Uh, I'll be I'll be working on underwater gallery uh, because I make some discover this wipe.
That sounds very ominous,
Uh,
but I'm excited.
yeah, and I'll be working on neons for sure. New DLC for artists is great. I have a few art making on this new stuff, and that's all. I hope everyone will be building boats. Also, I'm great fan of tugboat bases. I love tugboat bases. On the other server, no art server, or just mostly PvE, because I don't play PvP. I don't have a reflex and my aiming is terrible. So tugboat base is
I
very
have
great.
only used a tugboat once since the update that they launched. I did it once right after they launched, and that was it. So I'm very excited. Obviously, as you can tell, pirates are a thing for me, and I'm very excited to get the naval update to build. But I'm also really curious to know how an underwater base works. I've seen one YouTube video before about someone building a storage underwater base. So I'm fascinated to see what you found because I think the naval update is going to really expand a lot of ideas, not just for the AOR, but for Rest in general.
Yeah, and remember, maybe we will have a cow.
That's right. We are going to get the extra animals as well, and the horse masks. That's going to be fascinating too.
Yeah. So yeah, it will be great. Like always. Uh, I start playing on Art of Rust exactly when I think May last year was a wipe with jungle biome, and my canyon was in the jungle. At night, you hear every
What a
animals in the
wipe to come into
jungles,
Rust on is not just the
and
jungle wipe,
oh,
but you also went for canyons. That's crazy.
yeah, I think Green Man comes to my base at night and hear it. Did you hear it? there is a cow in the jungle. So now we will have a cow. Yeah, that will be great. Okay, so thank you for visit my base and
Thank you so much
take
for
a
joining us today.
nice
I
shot.
really do appreciate it. Do you have any final words or anything else for the audience, or have you said what you needed to say?
Yeah, yeah, I got. Try to make some art. Take some canvas. If you don't have the DLC, just go to town, buy some canvas, and start painting. If you if you're struggling with anything, just call me in game. You can join to my uh, painting studio. I can show you something, and we can have a very good time
Well,
together.
thank you so much again for
Thank you.
joining us, for taking us on that tour. Your base was fantastic to walk through, and I hope the audience learned a little bit. But we're gonna end it there. Thank you all for joining us today for Zenitaz's base tour for January 2026. Join us next month. Maybe we'll get to see their underwater base during the next server tour. But I've been your host and pilot Vortex. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.